Hey, I'm Jesse. Let's have a devotion. We're continuing our way through Deborah's song. She's going to refer to the angels of heaven as the stars, and we're going to see a group of Israelites named who had adopted Canaanite ways and possibly even a Canaanite name. Here is Judges chapter 5, verse 19. Kings came and fought. Then the kings of Canaan fought at Tanakh by the waters of Megiddo, but they did not plunder the silver. The stars fought from the heavens. The stars fought with Sisera from their paths. The river Kishon swept them away, the ancient river, the river Kishon. March on, my soul in strength. The horse's hooves then hammered the galloping of his stallions. Curse Meroz, says the angel of the Lord. Bitterly curse her inhabitants, for they did not come to help the Lord, with the warriors. All right, so Meroz is not specifically identified, but it's believed to be a group of Israelites who had abandoned the worship of the one true God to adopt Canaanite ways in worship and even identify themselves along with this part of Canaan where they lived, hence inhabitants. Right? Her inhabitants refers to Meroz, and then they did not come to help the Lord indicates that these were Israelites who were expected to come and help. Similar to the way in which Deborah has been calling out the inhabitants of Reuben, Asher, and Dan for not coming to help. She now calls out these people of Meroz. Meroz is not one of the tribes of Israel, so it's believed to be a group of Israelites who had just identified as Canaanites at this point. There's one commentator who identifies galloping as in like the rearing of horses when they stand on their back legs in the ferocity of battle. And I like this anthem of verse 21, march on, my soul in strength. That could be all that somebody needed to hear from this devotion today. Just march on, my soul in strength. Just march on. Just keep moving. Just be persistent. Just don't give up. Just march on, my soul in strength. If that blesses you today, if those words right there, verse 21, just let me know in the comments. But I want to end with this right here. The stars fought from the heavens. This was not just a military exchange. If it were, Sisera would have won hands down. He had his charioteers, he had an infantry, he was massively successful in battle, and they had been able to dominate the Israelites for 20 years, for crying out loud. Their iron chariots, of course, were seemingly indomitable. But remember, the big picture of the story of Deborah is not one of feminism, not even remotely close. See our sermon this past weekend to hear Deborah's own words. It is a story about God miraculously intervening to give his people victory. And when God miraculously intervenes, that means that that veil that separates the metaphysical realm from ours was torn. God intervened, as is his sovereign right to do so. It is his world. When we look at the book of Revelation, we see Lucifer fall and take a third of the stars of heaven with him. It's clear this indicates that he takes angels who fall also into the same pride, the same aspiration unto the throne of the Most High, wanting some of God's glory for themselves. And so here, the stars fought from the heavens. This refers to the angelic battle that's taking place during the physical human battle. We know that it was miraculously interfered with to the sovereignty of God because the text says that it was. It describes the army of Sisera falling into great confusion. And as you saw in the sermon this weekend, I speculated as to what that might look like. I find it humorous to picture in my head. Maybe you do too. The humor isn't necessary. What's necessary is that you acknowledge the sovereign hand of God at work in this battle. Here's how. The stars fought from the heavens. There was an angelic battle taking place as well, and the angels were successful. The stars fought with Sisera from their paths. Even today, there are horoscopes published in some newspapers. And so to refer to the stars, even among pagan, even within pagan thought, is to refer to the heavenlies, and they're fighting against Sisera. The stars fought with Sisera. Good luck, Sisera. Heaven is against you from their paths. So the stars fought from the heavens, the stars fought with Sisera from their paths. It was God who brought the victory. It was God who sent his angels. March on, my soul, in strength. May you be strengthened in the Lord. And remember that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but it is a spiritual battle. I know that sounds hippie and weird, but it's true. And some of us need to be reminded of it. And some of us need to march on in strength today.